Why should the anchors stick around for this episode, Daniel Benjamin Knowlton?
Stop saying I've got different middle names. Anchors should stick around because we're about to share some incredibly effective marketing strategies that literally no one other than us is speaking about.
Not literally.
I mean, not literally on, but like I haven't seen many people talking about these sort of strategies at all. And anchors are always looking for new ways to improve the results they get from their marketing. So
there's two ways this could go. People aren't talking about them because they're shit. And we're the only ones talking about them. Or we are just opening up this door that no one can see into normally.
Well, exactly. And I think the thing that gives me confidence is we've got some specific examples of this working really well for each of the things. So
definitely
I'm not just saying like, oh, you should run outside naked and shout your business name. It's like, no, here's a specific example and a breakdown of why this has worked so well.
Why you should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first one is it's a bit nostalgic for me. Did you ever used to watch QVC?
My friend's mum Barbara did.
Oh yeah, she did. She liked to buy things from there, didn't she?
Yeah, lots. Every day we'd go, there's a different thing. Oh, we've got a donut maker. Oh, we've got an egg frother. We've got
frother?
We've got this Tupperware in the shape of every piece of fruit. So you have a specific Tupperware. Yeah.
It's funny because that is a true story.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, QVC is like a TV shopping channel where they have these different cool products and things, and then they show you. And
is that kind of thing still around? Like the TV
I literally don't watch
channels?
TV, so I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I assume it's still around. I don't know how popular it is. Yeah, it's just, I suppose it seems like quite a dated concept. It's just there's a channel where there's people just presenting. I suppose it's like TikTok Shop is the evolution of that, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing, Lloyd. You're onto something here because you've actually.
I'm so clever.
What the marketing strategy I want to talk about is I'm going to call it like viral QVC style product demos that are optimized for TikTok shopping.
Right.
And there's a specific example account. If anyone wants to go and have a little look, definitely go and look. So the account is called Seen on TV Limited. So Seen on TV Ltd. Catchy on TikTok, and they create tons of viral videos that are basically selling lots of different products. So just from the top of my head, because I do watch their content quite a lot, they've had the magic blue cleaning product thing.
Blue Magic,
that's it.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but Sarah, we now have this thing in our kitchen, and Sarah's like, oh yeah, the Blue Magic's in that one, just use that. So
she's literally bought probably from this company.
Oh, okay.
So they sell products like the Blue Magic. Mm-hmm. They sell products like the Slam, Chop, Slam, Chop, Slam, Chop. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think so.
Where it's like around a plastic box with some metal blades on, and you put a bit of fruit or veg in there and slam the top and it chops it. They've got the other one. Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited now. They've got the other one where it's like a kind of plasticky ball thing with a cable on it, and it's got like blades in it, and you pull the cable like you're doing a lawnmower.
Got one.
Have you got one?
Got one.
Are you joking?
No.
Is it good?
No. No. It's good if you're rubbish at cutting stuff up. It's good, but I'm not.
Bit of a pro here.
A bit of a pro with the kitchen knives over here.
There's also another one, and a little caveat here, fun story, that we helped go viral, and we sold thousands of this product. It's called.
Back in like 2015 or something?
Back in 2015. It's called the Mr. Wizzy Whisk. We made a viral video of this product and on Facebook at the time, and they sold shitloads of this. And now it's in different forms, and this company sells it as well. It's basically a whisk where it's a manual whisk. You push the top down, and the whisk automatically spins, and you can really quickly make a cafe fresh frothy coffee in seconds.
That's what you said on the video.
That's literally what I said on the video.
That video. So just to stick on that for a minute, because this is a bit of Knowlton history. This was right at the start of the business, probably like year one or something.
Yeah.
And there was this company selling these various
literally this
gadgets.
Type of company, but in those had the world's sharpest knife was another one.
This video, wasn't it? You were just kind of showing them, oh, it's this kind of thing you could do.
Yeah.
Didn't you just put your sellotape your phone to a wall
bad.
or something?
So I'll tell you, it's so bad. It worked though, so don't judge me. But I basically went to meet the guy who was running this company. He was like, I want to sell more of our products, got any ideas? For us at the time, we were making video content for other companies, and it was working quite well. So I was like showing him, look, with an iPhone now, you can create this is the kind of thing you can do with your phone. So I got the phone out. He was like, oh, we've got this really cool whisk product. And because he like, I don't know if you've ever seen in like Debenhams and stuff, these people used to present in the stores. Yeah. He used to be one of those presenters, so he's actually really good and he's really passionate about it. So he was like, let me just get on the stand and I'll show you. So he got on this stand and he got the Cafe Fresh frothy coffee bits out with the Mr. Wizzy Whisk. And I was like, oh, let me just film you. And I had an app on my phone at the time called InShot. So I filmed him making this thing. It's actually a well cool product and it makes a well cool coffee. Like, it's genuinely a good product. So I filmed him doing it and I went, look, if you just cut this together with this app called InShot, obviously this is like terrible quality, but you just do this. And I showed him and went, oh, that's all right, we'll post that. I was like, no, you don't want to post that. So I didn't think anything of it. I went away, he posted it and it got millions of views.
I was going to say, I think it got over 10 million views on Facebook organically.
Yeah. And
that's so annoying that we've had videos we've put so many people hours and tens of thousands of pounds into.
But this is why, like, the rise of UGC style content is it was a real one. The product sells itself really,
like good quality product,
and also it's a visual product that is very interesting to watch and see what it produces. So you can tell people on Facebook like seeing this coffee being made and then they clicked on the website and bought one. Anyway, going back to where we were. So we
were in 2015 or 16. Now we're in 2024.
Now we're in 2024. So we're going forward. This style of content that's Seen on TV Limited, which is a very similar company to who we worked with, they're creating this amazing content for TikTok and TikTok Shop to sell their products. And there's a few things they're doing that I just want to break down because they're really clever. So definitely go and have a look at the videos to see them yourself. But one of the things they do that's really clever, especially on TikTok, is they use engagement bait. So one of the clever things they do is they purposefully get things wrong on the video because they know that all the people on TikTok that sit watching TikTok all day are going to comment like, oh, you made a mistake. And then that organic engagement then drives more people to see the content.
What sort of examples with this brand? Can you think of any?
So, for example,
what is the engagement bait?
So thinking back to it, Slam Chop.
Accidentally puts his willy in the thing.
Not quite that. That would be funny though. So Slam Chop, the thing that you've got. Oh no, you haven't got that.
No, I've got the pull thing.
One of the things he does is it's the same presenter guy with little round glasses, really thick glasses. You'll recognise him.
Yeah.
He puts an onion into the Slam Chopperoo, and he says, "Get your banana, put it in, and chop it." And obviously, it's very quickly. He says banana. It's obviously an onion. Thousands of people. That's a banana. That's an onion, not a banana.
It's such a clever
The video
way.
gets millions of views because thousands of people are correcting him.
So clever.
Other little things he does, which are really clever engagement bait. He's wearing like a 30 grand Rolex in the video. So loads of people commenting like, "Have you seen his watch? It's a Yachtmaster or whatever."
So he's selling this like 50p product or something, wearing a Rolex. People are coming tonight.
Another thing he did, and I don't know if someone spotted this in the comments when I posted about it, but because they're in a studio, like a kitchen studio, in the back there's a fake window with blinds, but the blinds have been put on the outside of the window, like, you know, like inside blinds that are like for inside. They've been put on the wrong side of the window, so they'd just get wet and break if it was a real kitchen.
Yeah, this is clever. I do think so. I think right now engagement bait like this as a tactic is really clever and works crazily well. I think it is just a tactic, and there'll be a time where it doesn't. You know, when everyone starts doing stupid and no one's going to comment, it's going to be like, oh, they're doing that stupid thing again. But like right now, I think it's like such a good way for smaller businesses to reach far more people. This engagement, if you just, I saw some kind of product with a drill or something, and they had a bit of wood and they put it on their bed and did it, and as they picked it up, obviously he's just drilled into the bed, but they don't.
Oh, they don't reference.
They don't reference it at all, and then everyone in the company, he drilled into the bed, he drilled into the bed, and it's like he clearly did it on purpose.
Yeah, I also think like in the context, this works for certain businesses. This works for businesses selling 50p products or weird little kitchen gadgets. Yeah. If you are like a high end brand, you don't want to be going like, oh, take a banana and it's an onion.
No,
like,
but the engagement bait thing, I think you can still do with a bigger brand.
Well, but like, you've got to be careful that you don't just look like an idiot, though. If you've got that high-end look and you're like just getting everything wrong. Yeah, it's not going to work for every brand. But I think there's, you know, like we worked on something recently, and we were going to get Chico from X Factor years ago.
you know, it's jiggle time. We were just going to get him to play a part as an extra, as in a bit of an engagement bait thing, just for people. So he would just be on screen for a few seconds, so people are like, was that Chico from X Factor 2007 or whatever it was? I think it can work for some brands, but to be honest, I think this kind of strategy. Last episode we spoke about these things. Bigger brands mostly like can take advantage of. I think this is like the grinding out. Let's just make shitloads of TikTok videos. Yeah. Some of them will flop. Some of them will go viral because of the engagement bait we're putting into it. I think this is the sort of thing that smaller businesses can really take on as well. Like, you don't need loads of money. If you're like time rich but cash poor in your business,
you can try
you could just get in an area in a kitchen, if you know, if you're this kind of thing, just be like, right, we're going to shoot 40 different videos, and some of them are going to do random stuff to try and get engagement bait,
some onions, some bananas.
It's just grinding it out and putting it in the work.
I also think they used engagement bait, which I think we can all learn from, like you said. The other thing they've done is they've just copied a very popular ad format, which is QVC. If you think when TV was the thing and there wasn't social media, people would
how long it's worked for.
But there's some really clever things, because I did a post on LinkedIn asking people I basically said, this guy's used a very clever strategy to sell this product. Can anyone see what it is? I was referencing the engagement bait of making a mistake, the banana, the onion. But some other people pointed out some really clever things. Like the repetition of this specific ad was the slam, chop, slam, chop, slam,
now we
chop.
know what it's called.
And he kept saying that throughout the whole ad, and also the repetition. So he does it a few times. Slam, chop, slam. Let's do it with this. A banana. Slam, chop. Let's do it with this. And you're in your mind, you're like, that's good at chopping shit. Yeah. That thing is really easy. And he keeps going, slam, chop. And it's like the pacing of it as well. And it's just...
I wonder, like, previously, there's these shopping channels, and I think they still exist, but I don't know if they're as popular, shopping channels. So people actively were like, I am going to go on this channel and watch this.
Yeah, to buy something.
I suppose I wonder now with, like, vertical video, social platforms... I suppose it's different. Like, you are, rather than you searching it out, it's going to just get put in front of you. So I suppose there's the pros of that. Like, it's just going to get in front of random people, and some of them are going to be the right people for it. I was just wondering, like, is that even better than the QVC model previously?
Yeah. So I think I'll tell you a little example now. So I wanted to get some new sort of car cleaning products recently because I'm really sad, and I started searching, because this is just thinking of a normal consumer's behavior. This is what I did. I started searching TikTok as a search platform rather than Google for videos of people cleaning cars to see what cool products they use. Then I found this, everyone was talking about this nitty gritty pre-cleaner from Joule, this company called Joule, and they're on TikTok. And over a period of weeks, I can't get enough of their content. On Sunday night, I was watching a live stream of a guy packing boxes, mystery boxes, for like half an hour, and I ended up I've bought this pre-wash nitty gritty stuff, and they do the like similar QVC style, like showing you on TikTok shop, and it's just I think it's so much more powerful because we're spending even more time on platforms like TikTok than we would on QVC before, so we're just sucked into it now. And
right. Let's move on from QVC style content. Have you got any more interesting marketing strategies, Dan, that no one is talking about?
Yeah. Do you like POV? POV shop with me content. Have you seen that?
No.
So this is a new style of content that we've actually been testing and have found it working incredibly well. So I don't know if you know, Lloyd, but we work with some of the world's leading brands and we help them sell millions of pounds worth of product. We get to test lots of different styles of content. Yeah. There's one style of content, one very sales-focused piece of content that works really well. And it's where like you kind of create point of view style content where you're going into a shop, showing yourself purchasing a product, putting it in your basket. And it works incredibly well. We worked with Sunny D, a brand called Emerge. Cameo Apples is another brand we work with, and we've tested this style of content, and it works really well.
At first, if I'm honest, I was like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why anyone would be interested in seeing someone buy a product. And then I thought, I'm just being honest. At first, I was like, I just don't get that. That's clearly I'm not the target market. And then I analysed my own behaviour, and I was like, there was this person going around a garden centre.
Oh, because you do.
They were picking up different plants and tools,
And you thought,
and I was watching them shop,
yeah,
and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's happening for me now, and I'm consuming that content. And I think it's that thing of we've all we're been brought up as these consumers, and we buy stuff, and you know, capitalism and all that stuff. But I think it is that thing of like, oh, what they're going to pick up, and your brain thinking like, oh, I could get one of those. Yeah. I could get that. And yeah, it is captivating. And so, yeah, that turns my opinion around straight away.
I think you've got to question yourself sometimes because, like you, I doubt a lot of things. And then when you look at people's actual behaviour, some of it's mental. Yeah. People watch other people play games rather than play the games themselves. Right? Yeah. Gamers, streamers and stuff. Children watch other children play with toys rather than playing with toys themselves.
You sound old right now. Then.
No, but I mean,
in a minute you're gonna be going, oh, you got holes in your jeans. I'll buy you a new pair if you want.
No, but it's crazy. Like this is why, you know, you can't roll your eyes at, you know, the people are behaving this way. It's like if you are a marketer trying to sell stuff, you need to understand this behavior so you can tap into it, rather than just being like, no one's gonna watch someone go into a shop and buy products. It's like it works.
I wasn't rolling my eyes. I was just like. At first, I was thinking, I don't get it. Like, I don't relate to that. Of course, like, there's lots of different people. But then, you know, I learned that actually even I am watching that sort of content and it's working. So, yeah, I agree. Like, even if it's not something you're a fan of, I think you really got to think, okay, but what are people doing? How are people acting? And is it in line with this or not?
And I think it's the other point here is it's just all about testing. I feel like, you know, lots of people get scared when they're trying to promote their products or services that they're going to do something that isn't going to get a good reaction online. Or if I post something on social media and what if only 3 people like it? It's like, good. You've learned something that doesn't work. Try something else.
I also think with TikTok, this is even like more accepted. I think brands and businesses and people used to really worry. Like if on Instagram, if a celebrity puts something out and it only gets like 10 likes, they delete it and all that kind of thing. Yeah. I feel like TikTok, I know there's still an element of that, but TikTok, because it's more up and down with the algorithm, like you can have one post with 183 views and the next post can have 2 million and then the post after that can have 200,000. It is more accepted now. So just, it makes sense to test more, have some content flop. That's fine. You're going to reach 2 million with the next one. It's fine.
Just think about that example of the Mr. Wizzy Whisk. Like, at the time, I was actually doing the opposite of what I'm advising now, and I told him not to post it because I didn't think it was good enough quality. And then it got over 10 million views and sold thousands of products.
Yeah. What a way to win a client.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do this crap thing and you're going to make loads of money immediately.
Yeah. So there's another marketing strategy, and I know you're going to get bored of me saying this, Lloyd, because I've spoken about it before, but LinkedIn Thought Leader ads.
No, I know. Right. So I am bored because you say it loads to me and us, but I don't get why this isn't talked about more in the marketing space. No one is
talking about it.
You know, in the last episode, than us. we were saying like, oh, these marketers just oh yeah, that's great. Oh, that's great. Well, I don't get why the community aren't talking about this on LinkedIn more.
I don't think enough people are trying them and testing them and realizing how much more cost effective they are.
Yeah. Anyway, please explain.
I won't go.
I promise I won't sound bored because this actually is.
So for anyone who is on LinkedIn and is looking to reach and engage more potential customers on LinkedIn, you've got to try LinkedIn Thought Leader ads. LinkedIn Thought Leader ads are where you can basically amplify content from your personal profile and get it in front of the exact customers you want to work with. And the reason this is so powerful is because, firstly, distributing this content in their feed doesn't look like an advert. It just looks like a post from Lloyd Knowlton has posted something and it's popped in your feed. Secondly, you have all the credibility and social proof of the comments and likes that have already on that post organically. Whereas when you used to have to run ads through a company page, there was no engagement on it until you started running it. It looked like an advert because it was company X is serving this content in front of you. And they're just way more effective. And not many people are using them.
I think there's... so just so you know, we are running Thought Leader ads for a number of different businesses and people at the moment. So we've got a lot of different data, And I have to admit, like, the savings and the upside of using thought leader ads is completely different for every single account we run this for. So like, there's a massive range, and we're still getting our head around, like, okay, what's the biggest opportunity here? What type of business, and what type of, I guess, what personal profile you're running it from. Like someone like you, the Daniel Knowlton, got quite a big following on LinkedIn, and our Knowlton LinkedIn page hasn't got anywhere near as much of an engaged audience. There's some other businesses where we're running ads through employees that don't have a big following, but it's still far better value. And just to give you an example,
have you got some examples?
I've got some examples. So I just looked at like the last couple of months. So I actually did it for our own business. We're running ads on LinkedIn constantly for our own business, and some through the Knowlton page, some as thought leader ads as Mr. Dan Knowlton. And just from, I just did a comparison. So by the way, a lot of this is the same content. So nothing's changed other than
the way the ads have been
running from Dan Knowlton, a profile, rather than Knowlton business page. So for us, the last couple of months, it's 16% cheaper. So we're effectively reaching 16% more people, I guess that means, running it through Dan's profile. I won't name the client, but the most recent client we've taken on, I thought I'd use that as an example, that we started 2 or 3 weeks ago. They're actually getting 45% cheaper reach through the managing or the founder's profile than through the company page. And I think we've seen the savings of anything between like 10 and 60% by running thought leader ads through LinkedIn rather than ads through a company page. I suppose because we're seeing such massive savings and for the same budget increasing reach and therefore the positive effect, I don't understand why people aren't talking about it.
Go and do LinkedIn thought leader ads, especially if you're in B2B.
Yeah.
And make those savings.
Yeah, if you've got any objectives B2B or even potentially like, you could be another type of business, but you want to improve your recruitment. So you're trying to get that message out on LinkedIn. You can run ads through employees' profiles. Obviously, you need their, you need to check with them, and that's okay. But they can post something and you can promote that. We're mainly using it through like founders and people running the business, but you can run it through any employee's profile
is attached to the company page.
Have said they're employees of the company.
Cool.
Something really, I think, worth a lot of businesses trying and testing that no one is talking about now.
Can I share one final one with you?
Please do.
That we've had a lot of success with, especially with client campaigns.
Yeah.
And it's around focusing your marketing on positioning relatable problems versus solutions. Problem versus solution. Problem versus solution. Like when people are considering buying from you, there's a reason they're looking for a solution to a problem. And if you can clearly show them that you understand their problem and you have the right solution, if you can do that in a creative way that's relatable to them, it's an incredibly effective approach. And we've done this with a whole range of campaigns. One of the ones that we talk about quite a lot is with Stop and Go safety gloves. We helped them generate £1 million contract through a creative B2B campaign. And that whole campaign was focused around presenting a relatable problem to the ideal customer, that, your team are getting more injured at work and they shouldn't be getting injured, and this is upsetting and worrying to you. And then the solution, invest in these gloves that will improve visual communication, reduce accidents, and you'll be happier at work. And like anchors, you can think about this with your business. What is the clear problem that you solve and the solution that you've got? And how can you creatively show that through content to help sell more of your products and services?
I think in marketing, we've spoken about it before, but like sometimes we just overcomplicate things. We think we have to be really clever. Like this simple thing of actually thinking, what is the problem our product or service is solving, and how can we show that we solved that? I think just gets forgotten, and it's really effective. It also, back in the day before social and before PPC, where you can have lots of different messaging and testing, or loads of different messaging within campaigns or within organic content, it was harder because if you're just putting one TV ad out or a newspaper ad, it's just one message and you've just got to make sure you get that right. Whereas now, like say there's if you can get into the real detail, like you got a little gardening tool that Lloyd wants to buy,
classic gardening example.
Yeah,
go on, give us the gardening example.
But it's like, this makes things, this thing takes me too long. Okay, one problem. It makes it quicker. Solution. Yeah. This thing hurts my back. It makes it not hurt your back. Previously my tool I used was expensive. This is cheaper. Like, you get into all the details. There's loads of problems, loads of solutions. And now on social, you can just make content answering everyone. Yeah. Like, it used to be much harder. You have to get it right first time. You can now just create 20 pieces of content, answer all those questions.
Yeah.
It's part of our creative process. So we think about those problems and the solutions and make sure that goes into our creative process and the work that it takes to get there.
Going back to this car cleaning brand thing that I keep watching. So this is how they got me. Like, I'm actually self-analysing now. This is how they've got me buying all their products. They're really clever with problem solution. I didn't even realise this until we started speaking about it. So I had a problem which made me look for a solution. So when I was cleaning my car, because it's white, even with normal cleaner, it still has like black bits on it. Like on like the kind of side skirting where it's all the oil squirting up and stuff. No. This is a marketing point here. Yeah. So that was my that was my problem.
Yeah.
So I thought, how can I solve that? So I started looking on TikTok, and then I found they had videos that showed that problem. Have you got a white car and you got this black oil comes up? You need the nitty gritty pre-wash, right? And they sprayed the nitty gritty pre-wash on.
Yeah.
And then they did half sprayed with pre-wash, half without. Went up and down with jet sprayer, and then it was very clear the half that had the nitty gritty on was fully clean. The other half looked like what my car looks like. So I bought the product.
That solves your problem. The nitty gritty pre-wash.
But it's just, do you know what I mean? Like that it just works. If you're trying to sell your product and you can, especially if you can show it in a visual way.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this before with Prime when they were doing those comparison ads compared to Gatorade. Gatorade has this much sugar, and he like poured a big cup of sugar on. Prime only has this. Like, anything where you can have those visual data backed comparison that you can do, it works really well.
Builds trust so much as well, because if you, rather than you can have all this great brand messaging and you can be like, we want to be perceived like this, but if you're actually looking at the functionality of something or the quality of service, and you're just like, this has this in it, this has this in it, you can't, there's not kind of like marketing BS being put in there, or it doesn't seem like there is, because you're just stating facts like, this solves your problem.
Yeah.
So you should buy it. And I think people trust that a lot more. These big brand things are great, but a lot of people are kind of like, it's just, an advert for a Mercedes, it's driving down this nice looking road by a beach. Where I don't know if it's actually good. Whereas
you need that kind of trust building content that hits those points. But it's all, part of the whole customer journey. There's all different things that need to happen at different points. We spoke in the last week's episode about these big out-of-home campaigns. That's like going to build awareness, but that doesn't build that trust. And you need all the things we've been speaking about to have a successful marketing campaign.
If you haven't listened to the last episode, I think, was it called something like marketing campaigns everyone's talking about?
Yes.
Something like
that's it, yeah.
Have a listen to that as well, because we've referred to that quite a bit in this episode, because it's kind of like two sides of your marketing that you need to think about. I really enjoyed that conversation.
Good. I hope
so
you did,
if no
Anchors.
one else did,
we've had a good time.
We can know that we've had a lovely time.
And if you've enjoyed it, click subscribe. If you haven't enjoyed it, click subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, that'll show us. Go on.
And we'll
see you in your ears next week.